Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today I'll be reading from Mark chapter 14, verses 32 through 51. Oh, and if you don't mind, press that like and subscribe button if you enjoy learning the Bible from me. Thank you. They went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death," he said to them. "Stay here and keep watch." Going a little farther, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible the hour might pass from him. "Abba, Father," he said, "everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. "Simon," he said to Peter, "are you asleep? Couldn't you keep watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray, so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Once more he went away and prayed the same thing. When he came back, he again found them sleeping, because their eyes were heavy. They did not know what to say to him. Returning the third time, he said to them, "Are you still sleeping and resting? Enough. The hour has come. Look, the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. Here comes my betrayer." Just as he was speaking, Judas, one of the 12, appeared. With him was a crowd armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the elders. Now, the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. "The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him and lead him away under guard." Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, "Rabbi," and kissed him. The man seized Jesus and arrested him. The one of those standing near drew his sword and struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. "Am I leading a rebellion?" said Jesus, "that you have come out with swords and clubs to capture me? Every day I was with you, teaching in the temple courts. You did not arrest me, but the scriptures must be fulfilled." Then everyone deserted him and fled. A young man, wearing nothing but a linen garment, was following Jesus when they seized him. He fled naked, leaving his garment behind. Okay. So the question from verses 33 through 35 is, did Jesus resist his mission? No, but he did wonder if there might be a less painful alternative. Though Jesus was fully God, he was also fully human, which is revealed in this vulnerable moment. Jesus was still committed to his purpose to be the Savior of the world. However, the intense suffering he faced caused him to turn to his Father for help. Just as we might pray when confronted with overwhelming emotional or physical pain. What does Abba mean? It means daddy. That comes from verse 36. Why did Jesus ask the disciples to watch and pray from verse 38? In the loneliness that came while he was awaiting death, Jesus longed for the presence of friends who would pray with him. In addition, the disciples needed to pray for their own benefit, considering their predicted denial, cowardice, and abandonment of Jesus. Their boasts of allegiance appear pathetic in the light of their behavior as the night wore on. Their failure to pray made them an easy mark for fear and temptation. Why did Judas kiss Jesus? A kiss was a traditional greeting. A disciple would greet his teacher with a kiss on the cheek or beard to show honor and submission. The less important person initiated the kiss. This is the irony in this passage. Judas used something meant to give honor to betray. Who was the naked young man? From verses 51 through 52. Nobody knows for sure. Early in church history, it was suggested that this was Mark himself. Perhaps he, in his night clothes, had followed the disciples from his home, where Jesus and the 12 had earlier celebrated the Last Supper. Mark may have included a bit of his own biography. However, shameful, right in the middle of this dramatic story, whether or not this young man was Mark, the story documents how completely Jesus' followers abandoned him. God bless you guys.